Hey, what's going on, YouTube Nation? Hey, this is Uncle T, the lies you tell, back with another episode for tonight. Hey, we got an exciting episode tonight. For all my new subscribers, thank you for giving me your support. And I'd like to thank all my subscribers for following me and supporting Uncle T, because we're putting out some content. And I found out today that I thought everybody knew about the passport bros. And come to find out, there's a lot of a lot of women who have never heard of the passport bros. And I'm just like, wow. It was so, there was so much talk about it on YouTube and so many channels. I thought everybody knew. But I did a little survey today, and I talked to some different people to find out what did they know about the passport bros. Just to give you a little background, the passport bros are brothers who are going to other countries to find wives, because women here in the West are not giving them or accepting what the black man has to offer. So they are going to other countries and looking for other women, because women here in the West do not satisfy them. They are emasculating, they are demeaning, they are narcissists, they are money hungry, and they're looking to use men for everything that they have. Now, that's just the feedback that I got. Now, that's what I found out that a lot of the women or some of the men are saying about passport bros. But, it doesn't apply to everybody. Everybody doesn't feel the same way. Now, I asked a lady on the job today, do you know about the passport bros? They said, what is that? I don't know. What's the passport bros? And they were just thrown away that, wow, I didn't know that was going on. So I wanted to do a little background. I wanted to put some questions out there to everybody. And I want you to comment. I want you to give me some feedback, because this is a serious issue. Because we have black, male and female women who are just bickering back and forth about who is worthy, who is unworthy, what I want, what I don't want. And men feel emasculated, or men do not want to deal with a masculine woman. Okay? And I did pose this question right here. And I asked, what do you think about the passport bros? I had one of my interviewees said that, why is it that the passport bros feel it's necessary to go to other countries to get the submissive woman? Well, from what I understand, the passport bros says that women here, most of the women here in the United States are not submissive. Not submissive as to be controlled. And I'm not saying that's for everybody, because there are a lot of men out there that have some real issues. There are a lot of men that have real control issues, very narcissistic. So they do go to other countries like this and try to find the weak woman to fit their criteria. But a lot of men are saying that the reason why they're going to other countries is because they're not accepted here. If a man does not make over $50,000 a year, and he's doing his best to try to make ends meet and do what he got to do, he's not acceptable. A lot of women saying, hey, $50,000 a year is not enough. If you're not making at least six figures a year, I don't even want to talk to you. And a lot of men feel like, hey, well, if we can't come together as a couple and work together and build something together, then why am I wasting my time dealing with women here in the United States? when I can take $50,000 a year and go to Colombia or go to Thailand or go to somewhere else and live like a king over there, and where I feel like I'll be appreciated. Next question was what the U.S. doesn't have. Let's see here. If what the U.S. doesn't have, or is it a thing men want control of women? I think it goes both ways. I think the more and more I listen to videos and listen to people, interviews and talks, I believe that there are some men that are not looking for control. I think some men are just looking for old-fashioned women. And I'm old school. I'm old school, and it's just like it is. I mean, in this country, in this day and age, it's hard to find a girl who's 25 years old, 28, 30 years old, who's old school. They're not old school anymore. It's a whole new generation. It's a whole different vibe out there. I was looking at a video the other day. A young girl was 23 years old. And she was talking about she was a perfect 10, and her man gonna have to make at least $500,000 to $1 million a year. And a gentleman was interviewing her and said, "What do you make that kind of money?" She says, "No, but he needs to, because he needs to take care of me." Okay, I understand that a man needs to take care of a woman, but are you bringing anything to the table? And a lot of women feel that, I don't have to bring anything to the table. Yes, you do. You do have to bring something to the table. Even if you can't bring 6 figures a year to the table, you need to bring more than just big breasts and a big butt and false eyelashes. You need to bring more to the table than that. Can you cook? Can you do anything more than boil hot dogs and make ramen noodles? I mean, can you do anything? Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you pamper your man? Can you make your man less stressful? Can you take something off his plate? Can you do anything? Can you help build him up? Can we build together? Can we do anything? So there are some things you can bring to the table. It doesn't always have to be money. Another question was, why is it that they can go to these other countries to find a submissive woman by catering to them and putting them up on pedestals, but fail to reciprocate these actions to black women? Well, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. A lot of black men, there are some men who I think that some of the women have a right to be upset. And I'm being devil's advocate here. And I think there's a right, some women have a right to be upset and say, hey, that's what they think. They're going to go to these other countries, find a submissive woman. But what I don't like is that a lot of the women that I heard were very bitter about it, and they were insulting women from other countries to say that they're ignorant, they're stupid, they're dumb. They're going over here getting these third world country women, and they're acting like they can't read or write, and they're all ignorant. And I think that was very offensive to a lot of women over in other countries, because there are very beautiful and intelligent women in other countries. And I don't think that they deserve that. And I don't think that's the case. I think that there are some men who really feel that if they're unappreciated here, then why not? I mean, that's their right. They can do so. I mean, I feel as though if you can't get what you want on the Chevrolet dealership, maybe you want to go to the Ford, Honda, Mitsubishi, or Toyota or Nissan. Maybe you want to go to another dealership and see what they got to offer. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think it's a question of why. I don't think we should put each other down. I don't think it should be a battle of the sexes. I think that if a woman has a certain criteria, and if there's some things she's looking for, and if you can't fit that criteria, move on. That's how I feel about it. Move on. I'm just old school like that. I'm just like, move on. I mean, I grew up in the area time when, like, me and my wife been married for 32 years. 32 years. And when we met, We brought whatever we had to the table, and we planned, and we build an empire together. And we're still building. And we're both very business minded, and we both have other business adventures that we're doing right now. I was a franchise owner for over 20 years, and sold a business and creating more businesses. So, we build together. So I don't hear a lot of that with the young couples today. Everybody feels entitled that you owe me something, that you need to give me something. I don't hear about let's work hard together and build something together. I don't hear a lot of that with a lot of young people. And even with some of the women who are in their 40s. I mean, to me, in the 20s is when you should be getting yourself together, getting yourself educated, going to college, instead of doing the party thing, getting your back broke, getting your guts pounded out. To me, that's when you should have been getting yourself together for marriage. Now that you're 35, 40 years old, hey, things are looking real glim at this point. I just kind of feel that you feel like the clock is running out. So you feel like I want this, I want that. And I hear a lot of women say, I'm tired of working. I don't want to work anymore. Here I'm a very spiritual man. I'm a very biblical man. But Paul said, if you don't work, you don't eat. You got to work. Unless you're going to find a man who's going to let you stay at home in this day and time in the United States, it's hard for a man just to work and his wife stays at home. It's kind of hard now. If he's not making over 6 figures, and even with 6 figures, that's not a lot of money, especially if you got 2 or 3 or 4 kids on top of that. So that's just an aspect of what some of the women have been saying. Now let's go to the men. I got a few questions that were asked. Why do these women think that I want to be with them when they have 3, 4, 5 kids? I'm not taking care of Ray Ray's kids. I'm not taking care of Junebug, Big Slim, Big Mike's kids. I'm not doing it. She want to rob me and want me to make $200,000 or $300,000 a year, not only to take care of her, but take care of her kids. And then the women say, hey, I don't want you to take care of my kids. I ain't asked you to take care of none of my children. But if you are a package deal, if you marry that woman or be with that woman and she got 4 or 5 kids, that's a package deal. The kids come with the deal, And to say that you don't have to take care of my kids, yeah, you do. You're going to expect that man to do something. You're going to expect that man to help you out with them children. That's the way it is. And a lot of these guys today are saying, hey, I'm not taking care of your babies. Them your mistakes. You made those mistakes. You made those bad choices. And I'm going to say this as a father, as a grandfather. And Uncle T got to keep it for real. Why, men and women, why are you out here sleeping around unprotected? When you get pregnant one time, without protection, did you learn anything from that? Why are you letting a man orgasm inside of you, putting his seed inside of you? No condom. You think that the pill or some type of contraceptive is going to help you not get pregnant. Men don't even wear a condom. And here it is, babies just keep coming by different men. You get a baby, you're not with this dude, you with the next dude, you get a baby by him, and the chain just keeps going on and on. And what really gets me is that I even tell my daughters is a lot of A man doesn't even value you enough to even put a ring, to even think about putting a ring on your finger. Why is that? He thinks that it's okay to sleep with you, have sex with you, have a good time with you, but you're not wife material. He can have a baby with you. He doesn't even want a future with you. He doesn't even want to marry you. Stop giving these guys your soul, giving these guys your body, giving these guys everything that you have, and he don't even want to put a ring on it. To me, does he value you? I'm just looking at the value. Why isn't that this man, why does he not hold your values so low? And that's why a lot of women saying that we're stepping up our game, that we have high standards. You know, and it's good you have high standards after, but you know, you 4 kids in, and now you're raising your standards. That's kind of like an oxymoron. You know, I think the first time you had a child and it was unexpected, I think, me personally, I think that that's when the standard should have been raised, because when you saw Ray Tyrone wasn't taking care of the kid, and he don't want to be with you no more, that should have thrown red flags up. Stop giving these men your body, your soul, and they don't have no other interest in you but just sex. Stop doing this. We got to stop this. We have got to stop this. We got to wake up. But, you know, back to the passport bros. I mean, I'm sorry, that's my little soapbox, because I want everybody to win in this situation. I really do. I want women to wake up, quit giving yourself to these men, quit giving yourself to these lowlifes. Why don't we do an interview? Why don't we not do an interview with some of these men? You know, you do an interview for a job, you do an interview for all other things. Do you interview these men? Is it that he said the right things, did the right things, he looked good, he smelled good, pretty eyes, wavy hair, nice body, 6-pack, drove a nice car? I don't know what this thing is about driving a nice car. Do you own the car? That's what impresses me. Do you own the car? Do you own your own home? Do you own real estate? Do you have a 401k plan? Do you have Roth IRAs? These are guns. See, all this stuff these people be out here talking about a car, a house, and all this, and he got to make $200,000. That's butter. That's butter. I'm talking about guns. Do you own property? Do you own a home? I ain't talking about you still paying. Do you own homes? Do you have a Roth IRA? Do you have a 401k? Do you have stocks? This is what I'm talking about. This is guns. This is what builds wealth. You know, don't interview these guys. Don't know anything about them. Does he have a criminal record? Is he a felon? Because you know how felons, half the felons can't get a job. Then they have to work for low wage. I mean, do you even know? To after the fact. You know, how many kids does he have? Does he take care of his other children? Why are you going to get pregnant with this guy's kid and he don't even take care of the other 3 kids he's got? I don't understand that. I still ain't figured that out yet. That's when you always say, who's your babies? You got 3 kids. You don't mind if I call those women up and just say, you know, is he a good father? Does he pay child support? Is he a pretty good guy? You know, y'all just didn't work out. You mind if I kind of do a character reference, get a reference on you? I know that sounds stupid, but in this day and time, if you want to stop getting the bums, stop getting the Ray Rays and Big Willie and Slick Rick and all these other jokers out here, you want to stop getting pregnant by these guys, you want to stop getting used by these guys and hurt by these guys, you got to further investigate these people. quit letting these guys run up in you and you don't know anything about them. Then when you get pregnant, you find out his baby mama, he's sorry. He don't take care of his other kids. And now he got 3 kids over here, 2 over here. They claim they his, but this is nonsense drama. Nonsense drama. We got to quit this, y'all. And I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm trying to be an advocate on both sides, but I want you to comment down in the comment section because this is a serious issue. Because I feel that our black men and our sisters, our black women, are being torn. And I'm not going to leave it just to black women because I've been hearing that our white brothers are doing the same thing, and white women are saying the same thing. But my thing is, I'd say don't get mad at a man because you have standards and he can't reach those standards. Is it that he just, because he doesn't make $200,000 a year, he's a bad guy? Maybe he just don't make that kind of money. Maybe he's a guy that just makes $40,000, $50,000 a year, but he's striving, trying to better himself. That's all he makes right now. But he may be a great guy, but he's just not 6 figures. And don't put a guy down because he's not $200,000, $500,000 a year. That's a very elite percent. There's only like 10 to 15% of the men in the United States that even make $100,000 a year. That's a very slim margin. And I say for the men, if you're a good guy and you do the right thing and you're an honorable man and you step to a woman, and I seen women on the internet, on Facebook, and I seen on YouTube disrespecting men. Oh, I don't do Cheesecake Factory. I don't do Applebee's. I don't do all these different places. I don't do this and I don't do that. Well, what do you do? If you don't go to none of these places, where do you eat? I like to just follow you around and see where do you go to eat. Because you got to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner somewhere. I like to see what you do. And if you don't go, I heard a lady say that I don't do but 5-star restaurants. Okay. How often do you go to 5-star restaurants and eat? And if you don't go to 5-star restaurants and eat every day or every other day, why do you expect this man to take you out to a 5-star restaurant and you don't even go to a 5-star restaurant? See, that's why men feel used. Because if you don't make $200,000 a year, why I got to be required to make $200,000 a year? If you don't go to 5-star restaurants at least 2 to 3 times a month, why do I have to be required to take you to one? Especially when I don't know you and I'm just getting to know you. Maybe in time I can work my way and build my way up to be able to take you to 5-star restaurants. I'm saying this thing can go both ways. I understand the argument on both sides. I understand the argument with the men and I understand the argument with the women. But I'm just old school. Hey, find you a woman that says, hey, I respect you. Take me to a place that's respectable. Take me to a place that you can afford. I'm just happy to spend time with you. I just like to get to know you. Let's break the ice. Let's get to know one another. You don't have to take me to a 5-star restaurant. I just want to get to know who you are and have conversation. That's the one most men are interested in, a woman who has that mentality, because she's like, okay, I can work with him. I can work with him. I can work with her. I feel like, okay, she's not emasculating me, making me feel like I'm less than, which I'm not less than. I just don't meet her criteria. I just don't make that kind of money. But like I said, guys, don't feel that way. If a woman says this is what I need and you can't do it, then just be a man enough to say, hey, I'm sorry. That's out of my league. It was good talking to you. You have a great day. And you keep stepping until you find that one that you love. And I'm saying, hey guys, why go international? Have you searched everywhere in the United States for that woman that you're looking for? I'm not saying anything against the passport bros, but have you searched all over the United States to find that woman that you're looking for so you don't have to go international? Or you feel like you have to go international because the women in the West are so entitled. They think they deserve everything. They think they're supposed to be laid the red carpet out. They don't have to work for nothing. And that a man has to provide everything and she doesn't lift a finger to do anything. That's what I'm being told. I'm just putting it out there. I want you to comment because we need to have further discussion about this subject. And I want you to comment in the section, and I want you to just tell me what you feel. Just tell me what, Uncle T, hey, this is what I feel about this issue because I didn't know this was going on. All right? But Passport Bros, subscribe, give me the shares, give me the likes. As always, Passport Bros, that's the bottom line because Uncle T said so.